What is going on, guys? I've got some free picks for the NFL and college football this weekend on PrizePicks. You guys are not going to want to miss out on this video because we basically swept the board in our last free pick video. Unfortunately, Jordan Mason got injured and that robbed us of going absolutely perfect. But here are the results from the last free pick video. We had Brandon Ayuk to go less than his reception targets and Jordan Mason to go over his rushing attempts. Now, if you watch the game, you guys know that Jordan Mason got injured in the second half. He left the game and he only played one more snap. So we got robbed of the slip. We were on pace to hit super easily. He got 9 rushes in the first half, and then the 49ers were basically destroying them in the second half. There is zero way he would not have gotten 18 rushing attempts. Guys, honestly, it makes me sick to my stomach that they couldn't reboot Jordan Mason because he played a snap in the second half. If you guys don't know, that's how PrizePicks works. A player can be rebooted or voided if they don't play a snap in the second half and they got injured in the first half. And unfortunately, he did play a single snap in the second half, causing this one to lose. But fortunately, guys, we hit on this slip. DK Metcalf going over his reception targets. Kenneth Walker, he pushed on this line. So now, guys, instead of a 4-man power, this is a 3-man power. So if these two hit, it will be a 5x payout, which is still really, really good. We also had a VIP exclusive slip inside of the Discord. We had Deebo Samuel and Brock Purdy to go over their passing yards and receiving yards. We hit on this slip easily, guys. Now all we have to do is wait on Sunday for CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott to both go over their passing yards and receiving yards, and we will cash out for a 10x profit, turning $5 into $50. If you guys are wondering why I'm only betting $5 when I've made all this money on PrizePicks, is because if you are new here, I am banned on PrizePicks. I can no longer bet more than $25 per day, and I'm going to prove that to you by trying to take a random slip. I'm going to take Kirk Cousins over and Jaden Daniels over and try to put $5 on it. When I hit submit lineup, it tells me that the maximum daily amount is $10,000. They're just making up this BS. I haven't bet anywhere near $10,000 today. As you can see, I'm only betting $5 and I have like 10 slips active. But unfortunately, that is what happens when you are a profitable sports bettor. I've made over $50,000 in profit on PrizePicks, and now I can no longer bet more than $25 per day. I'm going to show you guys what happens when I try to put $10 on something. Again, I'm going to take some random props. Let's go over to the MLB, and I'll take Gavin Lux to go over his bases, and I'll take Fernando Tatis Jr. to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs. Try to put $10 on it. Submit. It says the maximum lineup amount for one of the sports in your lineup is $5 right now. Absolutely crazy stuff. But anyways, let's get into the free picks for today. So for our first slip, I'm sure you guys saw this when the video loaded up. We have a Dallas versus Detroit stack, and then we have UNLV versus UTS. So for Dallas, I am taking Rico Dowdle to go under his rushing attempts and CeeDee Lamb to go over his reception targets. This is a matchup with the Lions that I think is going to be a shootout. The Lions are favored to win in this game by a pretty good margin, meaning that if everything goes according to plan, they will get out to an early lead. If Detroit gets out to an early lead, guys, Dallas, they will be forced to pass, meaning Rico Dowdle will probably go under his rushing attempts and CeeDee Lamb will go over his reception targets. Last week, we used the same exact stack, but we had the reverse. We had Dowdle to go over his rushing attempts, and he went over by 10. And then CeeDee Lamb to go under his reception targets, and he went under by 1. Then we paired that up with New Orleans, Chris Olave, and Derek Carr to both go under their passing yards and receiving yards, and we cashed out. But this week, we are going to take the opposite, guys. We're going to take CeeDee Lamb to go over and Dowdle to go under because they are not favored in this game, and they're playing against a much better team, meaning I can see them doing a lot more passing. So we're going to pair that up with Malik Williams to go over his passing yards and Ricky White to go over his receiving yards. Pretty simple stuff here, guys. Correlation, if the quarterback goes over, the wide receiver will also go over. Inside of the Fantasy Optimizer, you can see that Malik Williams is currently at 210 on FanDuel. He's at 209 on BetMGM. He's at 210 on BetOnline, and he's at 210 on Underdog. On PrizePicks, we're getting 205.5, so that is really good value. And I gave out the slip earlier, and I got him at 205. So we have over 10 yards of value on the stack, guys. We paired that up with Ricky White to go over his receiving yards. Ricky White is his star wide receiver, and that is obvious looking at his line. He's projected to get 200 passing yards, and this guy is projected to get 100 receiving yards, meaning they're projecting Ricky White to account for literally half of all of the passing yards. So this is slip number 1. Make sure you lock this in. Slip number 2, we have Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. Derrick Henry to go over his rushing attempts and Zay Flowers to go under his reception targets. We have a matchup here between the Ravens and the Redskins. The Ravens are favored to win this game. Obviously, they're a much better team. So if they get out to a lead, they're going to be doing a lot of ground game, a lot of running with Henry, a lot of running with Lamar. So I'm choosing Henry to go over his rushing attempts and Zay Flowers to go under his reception targets. Zay Flowers, they do not need his production when Derrick Henry is online, when Lamar Jackson is running on the ground. They do not need to throw these deep balls to Zay Flowers. Honestly, I think 7.5 or 7 targets is kind of high. I would have expected it to be like 7 or maybe 6.5. But anyways, we are going under on the reception targets. And guys, the hope here is that Baltimore is running the ball. They are running the ball effectively and they are winning the game, meaning they will not need to throw to Zay Flowers. We are pairing that up with Will Rogers and Denzel Boston to go under 223 passing yards and 58.5 receiving yards. Same exact thing here, guys. I looked at my fantasy optimizer. I saw that Will Rogers is currently at 223 on PrizePicks. On FanDuel, he's at 215. On BetOnline, 215. On Boom Fantasy at 217. So we're getting great value on the under on PrizePicks. So that is slip number 2, all purple. Make sure you lock this in. Slip number 3, we have a matchup between the Eagles and the Browns. We're taking Saquon to go over his rushing attempts and A.J. Brown coming back from injury to go less than reception targets. If the Eagles get the ground game going and they take the lead, they're going to be running a lot of Saquon Barkley, obviously. He's one of the best and most effective running backs in the league. A.J. Brown will go under his reception targets if the Eagles are running the ball more. They won't have to put up those big passes, those big pass play yards. They also have Devontae Smith and the tight end whose name I'm forgetting to throw to and to share targets with. So I really like this stack, guys. And I'm pairing that up with Cade Klubnik to go under 265.5 passing yards and Antonio Williams to go under 23.5 longest reception. So that is our third slip, guys. And now for our last slip, we have Bijan Robinson to go over 15.5 rushing attempts and Drake London to go under 8.5 reception targets. The Falcons are a better team than the Panthers. So if they get out to a lead, they're going to start running the ball, establish the run game. Bijan is going to do work if they get out to a lead. Drake London, they won't need to put up a lot of passes if they get out to like a 14 or maybe 10-0 lead. So we're pairing that up with Garrett Nussmeier to go less than 307 and Kyron Lacy to go less than 73.5 receiving yards. Every single slip that I send out to my VIP Discord is meticulously tracked inside of an Excel sheet. And in the month of October, only 11 days through, we are up over 33.85 units. Meaning if you were to put $50 on every single slip that I gave out in the last 11 days, you would be up over $1,692. I only gave out 4 free slips in this video. I'm dropping over 15 to 20 slips this weekend. And if you guys want to get access to all of them, go ahead and join my VIP Discord. I drop all of the plays inside of the PrizePicks VIP section right over here. And here is the chat where you can ask me any questions about my process and you can just talk sports with the boys. Or girls, shout out to my females in the Discord. The link to join VIP is going to be down in the description, guys. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you lock in these slips and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.